All right, Silken Laumann, nice speech there. Hey, are you going to be up here at Bear Mountain?
I'm going to try to make it up with my kids who are sports fans, and hopefully watching the rowing would be amazing. I also think I'm kind of looking forward to the rugby, the women's rugby, our sevens, and they're doing so well. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, you're going to be dressed in red and white and greeting people.
Well, I might have to dig a little bit further in my closet to find all the red and white, and my kids have confiscated a lot of my old Canada gear.
Can you fit into your old Canada gear?
Just barely.
Oh, good for you.
Maybe not my racing. Maybe not. I maybe could fit into the Lycra, but maybe wouldn't want to wear it.
Might be out of style by now.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And then have you been watching women's rugby sevens? Like become a fan?
Just a little bit, and I'm definitely becoming a fan. I think they're one of those teams that are going to be like the women's soccer team was 4 years ago. They're like just the excitement around them is growing. Women's rugby isn't like a super new sport, but it actually is for a lot of people in their consciousness. And again, we meet a lot of the rugby players here in town. They're working in stores, they're working out in the gym. I think that's what's really unique about Victoria is that our athletes are so accessible, but in a way, we also take them for granted because they're so accessible, because there's so many different sporting events going on. So I think during Rio, having this fan zone kind of gives us an opportunity to come together and say, this is really special, and let's come out with our friends, let's come out with our kids, and make a big deal of the fact that our local athletes are competing in these games.
Yeah, well, perhaps you can speak more about Victoria being a sports mecca. What is it, 10 or 11 national teams that train here?
Yeah, I think they actually said 12 national team training centers or satellite centers. So, in rowing, we have the men's team that trains here. Some of the women's boats come out here and train in the winter. It's definitely the best place in Canada to train because of the weather, but also because of the environment, because of the sport here by the local gyms, having Pisces here. There's so many reasons for athletes to come out here and either to relocate or to make this their central base.
You certainly didn't have this kind of viewing parties when you were in the Olympics. What do you think this means for athletes?
Well, yeah, the viewing parties were in people's living rooms, I think. And
I think it was like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, and it was really early in the morning because it was in Barcelona, right? But I think there's just some excitement. Watching sports together with other people. Sports is social, right? Watching them together is so much more exciting for the fans. But I also think, for the athletes to know, hey, there were 300 people at Bear Mountain watching my semifinal yesterday. That means something, and they hear about it. Now with social media, the athletes are so much more aware of what their parents are doing, what their friends are doing back home, and they're going to know that we're here at Bear Mountain cheering them on.